Hello! Today in class we will solve another linear equation with two variables and find the value of one of the variables. The equation 5x plus 4y minus 15 equals 0. And let's find the value of x. If the pair of the numbers x and minus 5 is the solution to our equation. If the condition tells us that this pair is the solution to our equation, then we can confidently say that it will turn our equation into a valid numerical equality. So I can substitute these values into our equation. But remember, we need to find the value of x, and minus 5 is the value of y. Remember, in a pair of numbers that are the solution to any equation, the x value comes first and the y value always comes second. In this case, we know the value of y because in the record, well, we see the number minus 5 in the second place and we substitute that value into our equation. I substitute the number minus 5 in place of y. The result is 5x plus 4 times minus 5 minus 15 equals 0. Notice that when substituting the value, we have to take the sign into account. Only instead of y, I'm substituting a value equal to minus 5. And this value will affect the sign. As a result, we get 5x 4 times minus 5 is minus 20. And I write down the following. The value of minus 15 equals 0. Thus, I count the value and write down the resulting numbers. The result is 5x minus 35 equals 0. And in this case, we can see that this is an equation with one variable and we can solve it. 5x equals 35. And from this equation, x equals 7. And so we found the value of the variable x and we can write down a couple 7 and minus 5. And that pair is the solution to our equation. But in the previous lesson, we talked about how we can find this value using a different algorithm. Let's express the variable x in this equation. Why the variable x? Because we need to find the value of the variable x. So from our equation, 5x's plus 4y's minus 15 equals 0. Yeah, we'll express the variable x. But the variable x is written with a coefficient equal to 5. So I'm going to write 5x equals 5. And all the other summands, I'm going to move to the right side. Don't forget that when we transpose, we change the sign to the opposite sign. The result is minus 4x plus 15. This expression can be written in another form. 5x equals 15 minus 4y. I recommend that, if possible, you write in the first place the number that has a plus sign, with a plus sign, a positive number. The result is 5x equals 15 minus 4y, and we need to write down what x equals. In this case, we must divide both parts of the equation by 5. 5x is divided by 5, that's x. 15 divided by 5, that's 3. And we divide 4 by 5. And write y. This summand can be written in another form. X equals 3 minus 0.8 tenths of y. And now instead of y, we substitute a value equal to minus 5. Let's write y equals minus 5. That's given in the condition of our assignment. And let's calculate x equals 3 minus 0.8 times minus 5. We have to remember that we have to write down the number with the same sign. X equals 3 minus times minus gives plus. 0.8 tenths times minus 5 is 4. The result is 3 plus 4, which is 7. Notice in the first case we got the value of x equal to 7, and in the second case the value of x is also equal to 7. In the next lesson we will solve a similar task, but in this case we will need to find the coefficients. And today our lesson has come to an end. Goodbye, see you again.